Yeah, go on. Everything's on camera, so what you do? No, not at all.
Welcome to Behind the Blue Lights, the place where we shine a spotlight on misconduct, unpack policing and legal issues, stand up for rights, and demand accountability from those in power. Today's episode is brought to you by Filming Britain. Do take a moment to check out his channel, hit subscribe, and show him the credit he deserves. In this story, Auditor FB is quietly filming from a public spot outside a secure police station. At first, some officers wander over fishing for his details. FB knows his ground, so he refuses to be drawn in and sends them away. But before long, things take an ugly twist. Two off-duty officers storm across the road, confront him aggressively, and demand he switch off his camera. When he refuses to bow, they lose their temper, spin lies to colleagues, and before he knows it, FB is wrestled to the ground. Those false claims don't just stop there, they drag him all the way into court, where he ends up fined. It's a raw demonstration of how a corrupt system can flip reality upside down, all caught on video.
Can I help you at all?
No, I'm alright, thank you.
Sure?
Yep.
You waiting for anybody?
I ain't, no.
You're not?
No.
What's the reason that you're recording?
I'm not going to answer any questions now.
Sorry? I can't hear you.
I'm not going to answer any more questions. I don't need your service.
Okay, I'm just wondering why you're actually standing outside.
Thanks for coming out and talking to me. I do appreciate it, but I don't need your service.
Okay?
Thank you.
You alright?
Yeah, not too bad.
You alright, mate?
How you doing, mate? You alright?
Yeah, how's it going?
Alright.
You auditing, are you?
I might be or I might not, to be honest with you. I don't really wish to engage.
You don't wish to engage?
No.
Okay, what we're going to ask then, we've got some personal vehicles here.
Yeah.
Kindly don't film the personal vehicles, alright?
I'm going to film anything I can see from a public area.
Okay, the reason I say that though, is that's more of a courtesy thing.
No, I appreciate it, but I've got to get something in the video, so...
Well, maybe aim for the marked police cars then, because like I said, personal cars not really cool if they don't want
Normal cars, police cars, anywhere that comes out of the police grounds, I'm going to record.
Okay.
The first uniformed officers who approach give themselves away instantly. They don't ask what offense has been committed, they don't point to law. Instead, the first question is, are you auditing? That says everything. Their concern wasn't about safety or legislation. They wanted to stick a label on FB, dismiss him as an auditor, and treat him differently. FB's response, that he might be, or he might not, and that he doesn't want to chat, is spot on. He doesn't owe them an explanation. The law certainly doesn't require one. When that doesn't work, the officer changes tack. He warns FB not to film private vehicles, then tries the guilt trip line, it's just a courtesy thing. But courtesy isn't law. That was nothing more than emotional pressure. By framing lawful filming as impolite, the officer was trying to shame FB into stopping because he had no legal ground to stand on.
Ask the purpose of what you're recording?
For my own purpose.
For your own purpose?
Yeah.
And can I ask for any ID?
No, you can't. Okay. You can ask, obviously, but...
Stay off the road, because I don't want you to get run over by accident. I know you're only looking out for me, but I've been walking up and down for God knows how many years. I can look after myself. You've done this before, have you?
I might have.
Yeah?
I might have.
Right.
Have a good day, lads. Thank you.
Okay. Good day.
Thank you. You're dismissed, lads. Why not?
Do not film me. I'm not giving you my permission.
I don't need your permission.
Please.
You touch me, you'll be in trouble, okay? I do not consent to any touch. I politely refuse. Listen, I don't know who you are. Could you step back, please, and leave me alone? No. Well, if you touch me, I do not consent to touch, and you will be arrested, okay? So,
really?
Yeah. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at you.
I'm laughing at you. You're a fool, not me.
Your balaclava.
Yeah, so what? Let me just get up and stand back away from you. Yeah, I am.
The moment the off-duty pair appear, their ignorance shines through. They bark at FB to stop filming because they haven't given permission. That's laughable. No one needs permission to film from a public pavement, it's a basic right. When one of them adds, "You're intimidating people," it collapses just as quickly. For the Public Order Act to apply, there has to be threatening, abusive, or disorderly behavior. Quietly holding a camera doesn't even come close. Harassment requires a repeated course of conduct, not a single clip. Wearing a balaclava? Perfectly lawful. Clothing isn't grounds for suspicion. The worst bit is the sequence itself. They chose to leave the station, cross the road, and confront FB. They then claimed to feel intimidated by the situation they created. You can't provoke a confrontation and then play the victim of your own choice.
Who's not right in their head here?
Hear me here.
I don't think
Your
so.
mate here. He's not right in here for calling members of the public fools. Are you an officer, are you? Are you? Shit, man. Are you an officer? Go on. You touch me, and I'll lay you straight up the floor.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, I will, yeah.
Threatening us now,
Yeah.
are you?
You can't, you just can't, go on. I said, you touch me, I said you'll be in trouble. Go on, I've got everything on camera. He just got all aggressive, you can see it in his face and he wants to do something. Do something.
I'll do.
Go on, do it. Do it. You must think I'm scared of you.
I'm not.
I'm not scared of you, don't worry about that. I'm here minding my business. And you know it's an offence to lie to the police, you know that, don't you? An arrestable offence. We've got a very aggressive gentleman here. I'm standing here minding my own business and they approach me. Yeah, calling me a fool. If anybody's the fool, it's him.
This is where the off-duty officers fully disgrace themselves. FB challenges one of them after being called a fool, and the officer explodes, surging forward with a clenched fist. That's not calm policing, that's raw aggression. His body language shows he wasn't there to talk, he wanted to intimidate. When FB stands his ground and says he'll defend himself if attacked, they twist it in an instant. Suddenly he's the one making threats. That is absolutely shameful. The escalation came from the officer charging forward, not from FB. Yet the second FB asserts his right to self-defense, they flip the narrative to cover their own behavior. It's manipulation, pure and simple. Create the danger, then blame the target for reacting.
You want to hit me and you want to do something because you're very, very angry, I encourage you, you do it. And I'll hold you accountable. This is going to be a Karen and Ken video, this is. Excuse me, lads, could you tell me if this gentleman's an officer, please?
Figure out if it's something.
All right, cocky boy.
Sorry?
All right, cocky boy.
Figure out if
What are you being cocky for? What are you being cocky for? What are you being cocky for? Go and do your thing. Go and do your thing, you're dismissed. See you later. Hey, he got an attitude, hasn't he? What's the matter with him? Oh, we've got flashing blues here. Yeah, go on. Everything's on camera, so what you do? No, not at all.
When more officers arrive, FB quite reasonably asks, "Are these two even police officers?" The response? A dismissive, "Find out yourself." That's not openness. That's stonewalling. If someone's about to face action, they have the right to know who's involved. Instead of answers, FB was brushed aside. Moments later, without questioning him properly or investigating the facts, they barrel straight into arrest mode. While being detained, FB is slammed to the ground rugby-tackle style, full force. He wasn't resisting, he wasn't running. It wasn't measured, it wasn't proportionate. It was raw overreaction. The officers skipped due process, skipped assessment, and leapt to violence. And FB's later updates paint a grim picture of what followed. Despite being the one on the receiving end, he's the one dragged before the courts. He's accused of resisting arrest and even assaulting an officer. That's how quickly the script can flip. The people using the force get to write the paperwork, and suddenly the victim becomes the accused. The charges themselves were feeble. Resisting arrest doesn't apply when someone isn't fleeing or fighting. The assault allegation was even thinner. FB's own footage shows he never struck out. But once those words are on a report, it becomes their word against his. And in a courtroom, especially for newer auditors, that's nearly impossible to overcome. FB admits he was still learning the ropes back then. He reacted emotionally rather than locking them down with legal challenges on camera. If every demand for grounds, necessity, and procedure had been pressed, the officers would have had less room to invent their version of events. That's not a criticism of him. It's a reminder of how the system is tilted. The less you know, the easier it is for them to make you the villain. What this whole episode exposed more than anything is how fragile policing becomes when feelings replace law. FB wasn't stopped for any crime. He was stopped because officers didn't like being filmed. Everything that followed, the shouting, the fists, the arrest, was about protecting their comfort, not the public interest. The off-duty pair are the clearest example of this. They weren't responding to a genuine offense. They actively crossed the road to provoke a confrontation. Once challenged, they lost control. The insults, the clenched fists, the aggression, none of it was professional. And the moment FB stood up for himself, they flipped the script, casting themselves as the victims. That's not just dishonest. It's calculated. Then we have the uniformed officers. They had the chance to diffuse, to ask questions, to act fairly. Instead, they took the word of colleagues, ignored FB's calls for clarity, and rushed to force. Tackling someone who's already under arrest isn't restraint. It's punishment dressed up as procedure. The most damning part came afterwards in court. FB's updates show how the narrative was bent against him. The very footage that proves who the aggressors were somehow didn't protect him from being fined. That's how the system defends itself: create a paper trail, make the victim the defendant, and let the courtroom carry the lie. This case proves why knowledge and composure are vital for auditors. The more you know the law, the harder it is for officers to twist it. Demand proper identification, lawful grounds, necessity for arrest, on camera. Make them account for every step. That doesn't guarantee protection, but it leaves them less space to manipulate. In the end, a man peacefully filming was dragged through the mud, while those who lied, escalated, and lashed out walked away untouched. That's not justice. That's damage control. And it shows exactly why cameras are so important. They don't just catch what happens, they expose the system that protects misconduct.